Traders, welcome to another video. I'm back. I'm back with recaps. Maybe not daily recaps, but every now and then I'm going to be appearing on this channel alongside with RT and alongside with OHAD and some of the other hyperscalpers in the community. And we are going to be taking turns to make recaps on special occasions, on days that are worth reviewing, and on days that disasters like today and this month for me happened. So when disasters happen, I'll show up and explain what the fuck happened. I can't curse. So as you can see, I'm up $2,197 a month. It's terrible. It's my smallest green month of the year so far. And as you can see, I'm in a drawdown. I lost $2,000 on the 12th, 2.5 on the 13th, 1.5 on the 14th. Then on the 15th, I was actually flying back. So thank goodness I wasn't able to trade, because probably it would have been another $2,000 red day. And now today, waking up late, missing the bulk of the moves and fumbling. I started with the wrong footing, and then, I was just chasing and like catching the flushes and breaking the eyes in the backside, and not really trading the A quality stocks, but trading some other noisy crap. And the point of this video is to show you how to get out of the drawdown and the game plan I've used for the past 4 years. I've been trading for 6 years, but only profitably for 4 years. And what I do and the strategy that I implement to get out of holes is called day trade rehab. Lance B calls it drawdown protocol. I myself call it day trade rehab. I've been calling it that since forever. But long story short, what I'm trying to achieve during this period is to stack a nice stretch of small green days. I need to stack a stretch of small wins, because right now it's not a strategy problem. It's not a market is not hot problem, but it's a mental problem. I'm trading with fear. I know that I'm in a drawdown. I know that my friends are absolutely killing it. I know that today would have been, and it is, my 5th red day in a row. So the last thing I want is to have another red day, right? So I'm over focusing on the P&L and trying to, no matter what, finish green. This creates a recipe that guarantees red days, because you've detached from the process over profits mentality. You're now dumb money. You're now emotional. You're now buying exactly where you're supposed to be selling, and selling exactly where you're supposed to be buying. And it's just a snowball of errors. So the way I've taken myself out of drawdowns is by following this drawdown protocol. And some of the things I follow in a drawdown protocol are, number 1, I cut my max loss in half. So far right now, my max loss is $4,000. I've actually haven't hit it, that max loss yet this month, but I'm going to cut it in half. If tomorrow I'm down $2,000, I'm done. It is done. So that's number 1. Number 2, I'm going to cut the risk per trade as well. If a trade doesn't put me in the money right away, I'm going to close it, because I'm so like emotional that I it's hard to tell whether if a trade needs wiggle room or if it's failing. It's almost like you're hypnotized and you see blurry. So the way to fix that is, well, I know that my best trades work instantly anyways. So if it's not one of those trades, I'm just gonna cut it. So that's is that number 2 or number 3? Anyways, number what? Max loss in half per day, max loss per trade. I gotta be instantly in the money. And then third it was, reducing the playbook. Reducing the playbook, my goodness gracious. Check that out. Reducing my playbook to only my most profitable setups, right? And depending on the way you trade, depending on whether if you're a long bias trader, a short seller, or if you trade large caps, small caps, or if you trade fucking crypto, whatever, your best 2 setups are going to vary. What you have to do is go through months and years worth of data and see which is your most profitable setup. I know exactly what that setup is for me. And that's the only setup I'm allowed to touch tomorrow. And I need to follow this regime until I get out of the drawdown. It sucks. It's the slowest way out. And tomorrow, the what I want the most is to get myself out of this hole in one trade. But I know that's not the way out. Right now, we are trying to manage risk, and we are trying for this drawdown to be a small little blip in your equity curve. So right now there's risk. There's what they call tail risk. You could easily piss away half of your profits on the year if you snowball mentally. So right now it's not even about making money. It's about slowing the bleeding. Then it's about regaining confidence. And once you regain that confidence and prove yourself you can actually execute, that's when, the risk comes back up. And in a few days, you can clean a drawdown. So even if it means going sideways for a few days, I'm ensuring survival. And, that's what I've done for the past 4 years. And that's exactly what I'm going to continue to do. It sucks that I'm going to be trading with reduced size while the market is heating up. But at the end of the day, missing a week, a month, even a quarter is nothing compared to ensuring the survival of my career, right? This is going to be a blip in a 10, 20 year long career. So it really doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. But anyways, today I traded VRAGs. So let's pull up some charts here. So I missed an insane move pre-market. And that was on ticker symbol SBFM. Crazy move. And I can come here in hindsight traded and say I should have and could have made this amount of money. But the reality is I didn't see the price action. And at the end of the day, I'm a level 2 scalper. So I think I would have made money, but I'm not gonna hindsight trade it. Of course, it gave me FOMO, and I traded like an idiot right after. But anyways, this thing pops up here at 4 a.m. SBFM, and it's a biotech company from Canada, and it had breaking news. It seems like we're getting stocks from every country now except the US, which it is what it is, right? You just gotta be a little more wary about that stuff. It's shady and scammy, and they might be looking to dilute harder than an American stock would. My A setups is American stocks, but if China's here to play, then the might is gonna play. Anyways, we get a huge breakout here from 99 cents to 150. Unreal. That's a capitulation candle right there. And what that created was short sales getting caught and trapped. And then we saw the mother squeeze. We hit highs of 263 per share. And when I opened my computer, it was around 7:50 a.m. It's not 7:50. It's fucking 4 a.m. in my time zone. So I'm like half asleep. I woke up late. I'm still recovering from the jet lag. And I'm like, 600%? Is this even right? I scroll back down, and yes, it is right. We just came from the penny land. And I didn't touch it, at least not here. And I started to trade the sympathy stocks. LABT was strong as hell. I actually made some decent money on this first push and lost it all on the way back down. And then, I took another huge loss on this, anticipating the bounce of this first hold down right here. So we had 2 hold downs in a row. I thought we were overextended, and I jumped here at around 180s, and I stopped that for a huge loss. That's a stupid trade. Like, this thing is up 600%, and we're going against daily levels. It's crazy. I'm doing a recap. What the fuck? Like, this is crazy. But it's a lot of fun, and I definitely missed it. So this past 2 weeks we were in Barcelona, right? We were hosting a hyper scalper event, And Barcelona is insane. So, you know, it's like the most insane place you could ever go to. The hottest girls I've ever seen in my life, the craziest clubs, the cheapest prices, like everything's cheap over there, the best food. It's perfect for you to get distracted at all times and not lock in at all. I'm more of a, country, off the grid, in the middle of nowhere, in the middle of the mountains type person. That's where I can fully lock in and like kind of like shut off all the noise. Barcelona? No.
One more time.
Green flashback. So anyways, we are trading on 4 hours sleep. We are drinking every night. We are trading with friends.
Guys, check out the brand
I am
new
trying
day
to impress
trading
everyone.
house.
And I'm trading with short sellers. I'm trading with traders that trade large caps. I'm trading with traders swinging Bitcoin. And all of a sudden, I've decided that after 6 years of longing small caps, now I swing trade Bitcoin. And now I'm a short seller. And now I buy places that I never would have bought before. It's just stupid. And I hope you can learn from my mistakes. Like when you are on vacation, you need to cut your risk exponentially. Ideally, you don't even trade. It's not worth it. It's like the highest expected value thing you can do is to not trade. And I have some friends in this trip that didn't trade at all. They were like, why would you trade? If you have to reduce risk, the money you're going to make on reduced risk is insignificant, right? It's not going to make a dent in your equity curve. Number 2, you are in vacation. Go explore. Go meet people. Go see the nice spots instead of just being on a computer all day long. Number 3, if you are red while in vacation, you're going to feel like an idiot. You're going to overcompensate with size and try to do better and try to get green at all costs. Because the last thing you want to do is be red while everybody else is green and you're on vacation and feel like shit for the rest of the day, right? So all those things, and then, not sleeping for 2 weeks, piled up on me. So much so that I was like waking up 30 minutes before pre-market, which is like 1 p.m. over there. Insane schedule, by the way. People have dinner at midnight and like wake up at 11 and shit. And then every day's Friday there, which is good. It is good news for us because, no one works harder than us on the West. Like people in Europe, they work so they can live and enjoy life. People in the West, my life is working, right? I don't enjoy life. I just work from 3 a.m. to 9 p.m. non-stop work. And I guess that's kind of, it's kind of fucked up. But that's how it is. So, we can clean up European traders because we work harder. That's what I'm saying. And I'm not taking shots at anyone, but my goodness, dude, like. So I was living that lifestyle and waking up with 4 hours sleep and then losing $2,000 real quick, taking a nap, waking up again, losing $1,000, then going out for drinks. Like, it's pretty degenerate. We did have a very successful
The squad is deep in Barcelona, Spain.
Live session event. We're gonna be hosting more events like this in the future. So follow me on Instagram. Follow us on Instagram. We are definitely. I mean, look at this shit. We're definitely more active in Instagram than we are on YouTube. Look at this. Hold on. Where was that? Here.
Guys, check out.
It was right here. This is us trading, right?
Pump it up, yes.
What I've learned is that trading is not a game. And even when you are feeling on top of the world and you're making money, the moment you disrespect the markets, you will pay for it. And I paid for it. So never again. anyways, from there, the market open. GOVX got bombed on this false breakout. That was that. All right. I don't know when I'm going to see you next, but here, hold on. I'm going to show you something else. I'm going to show you my April. $20,000 in April. Good month. Way too many red days. The lesson learned from this month was I need to improve my accuracy. I need to be more selective. Ever since I left Charles Schwab and started trading with Sage, I've become way more selective. You know, I only take 10, 20 trades a day, whereas before I was taking hundreds of trades. I'm in this path where I only want to trade the higher probability setups so that I can scale them up. I will become an 8-figure trader, and I think I need to let go of the smaller scalps and focus on bigger picture setups, because, you know, I want to make 20 grand in one trade, in 1 month. So I'm continuing to walk this path of being selective and you know, all that. With that said, thanks for watching. Subscribe. We got you know, it's gonna be this channel is gonna get very active. It's gonna be a lot of fun, and you're gonna see recaps from many different hyper scalpers. And yeah, see you guys in the next one.